Good morning, Baker Econ 320 students. I'm Joe Barnhill, be your instructor for the next 6 weeks. So I hope everybody's had a great, happy holidays and a happy new year. It is Sunday morning, January 1st, 2023, and I cannot believe that it is 2023 already. It just seems like years are flying by so quickly now. And I tell you, the COVID time period was just kind of like a haze for me if it wasn't for you. But anyway, I'm looking forward to working with you all. I know we have a very small cohort. There's only 4 people. What I wanted to do this week is at least post a mini lecture this week. I know that we'll have an opportunity to meet via Zoom the following week. So I'm not sure if I'll post another mini lecture next week, but we'll see. But I'll be there to answer your questions, or if you want to meet over the phone or meet via Zoom. But I definitely plan to spend some time getting to know you all better in week 2 when we meet via Zoom on Wednesday nights, and we'll do that for a total of 4 weeks. I think we do that week 2nd, 3rd week, 4th week, and 5th week. So a little bit about this course. Main thing is that if you stay on top of things, you're going to do fine in this course. The reading can be a bit technical, so that's where you're going to spend a lot of your time on. This week, the first week, what you have you do is to read the chapters 1, 2, and 3, and then do the chapter questions. So, and with, I want to go over some the main assignments of the course. Obviously, the questions and problems for each week are one of the main things. Just respond to the questions, upload those in a file document each week. We will have the forum discussions. They're scheduled at 7 o'clock. I guessed about an hour for those. We'll just kind of see how they go, how we get through things. We have a small cohort, so it may not take as long. And then, of course, you have some exams that you do in this course. And for the task stream assignment is the exams. So just go in there and log in and follow the directions in the course towards the end. So, but other than that, some of the main things you're going to be focusing on this week. You have to remember this is a managerial economics course, so it focuses on decisions from the firm and decisions of individuals. You're going to deal a lot with how do firms work to make economic profits. Economic profits are a good thing. Normally in the long run you'd see just normal profits, but this idea that we have to include some opportunity cost, not only just breaking even from an accounting standpoint is good, we have to make up for our investors' opportunity costs. So if a firm has a 10% rate of required return, unless you're making that 10% rate of return, you're really not making a normal profit, and you're not making the expectations of your investors. And if you're exceeding that, then you're making economics profits, and that's a good thing. And usually you're going to see competition move in, unless you can really restrict competition or just have a product or service that's so much better than everybody else. And that's what all great firms strive for. One of the things that can kind of tie into economics this past week, which was a fiasco, was I don't know if any of you had to travel over the holidays, but Southwest just had a disaster with their scheduling system. And it really kind of told their leadership that, we really dropped the ball on investment in IT and technology because their software couldn't keep updates, didn't know what it was doing. They had to go back to like an old style system, and it was just a complete mess. So hopefully Southwest gets it together. A lot of people are going to be angry at them, so it may shift the demand for their services. But maybe some time will pass, and those that had good experiences with Southwest in the past will continue to fly Southwest and just chalk it up as just this was one of these unfortunate weather disasters. But unfortunately, other airlines did not have those same issues, so it can definitely impact demand. So with that, you're also going to look at some of the decisions, how decisions are made at the margin in economics. You'll look at things like consumer producer, surplus. You're going to spend a lot of time looking at supply and demand analysis this week. And I like to think of supply and demand as if it deals specifically with price, it's just a movement along a supply or demand curve. But if it's a factor other than price, that's what shifts the demand or supply curve. So demand, typically taste and preferences, can be taxes and subsidies, can be the price of other goods. Supply, usually think about technology, input goods, can also be taxes and subsidies, but it's a result of what happens in a market. And as a result, say for example, this past year I know that a lot of the orange trees in Florida were destroyed, had an impact of shifting the supply curve in. As a result, the price of orange juice goes up. and there's less oranges available in the grocery store. So it's a good economic example. But the last chapter you're going to look at, chapter 3, is a bit technical. It's going to deal with regression analysis. So, kind of look through the examples if you want to play through some of the ones in Excel. But it's a way to show how we use econometrics to try to drive demand curves or try to make forecasts. Just like when the airlines make decisions about their pricing decisions, they're going to look at incomes, the demand for that airline travel, how many passengers have very highly inelastic demand, how many have very elastic demand. So you're going to learn a little bit more about elasticity demand, which is essentially the percentage change in quantity demanded over the percentage change in price. If demand is highly inelastic, you can afford to raise your prices a lot and people will pay it. Kind of like Taylor Swift tickets, if you will. But if it's highly elastic, there means there's a lot of substitutes and people are responsive. So the airlines know that there are different travelers that shop around for the best price, and they know that there's the business traveler that has to get on that plane that day to get to the meeting in Los Angeles. So they'll take those factors into consideration. They'll do a lot of the math behind the scenes, and they can create linear regressions or other types of regressions that try to forecast what would happen to the quantity demanded if the price was changed. So it basically gives them also some insights in different types of elasticities. So I think you'll find that reading interesting. Again, if you do have any questions, do reach out to me via email. I come home on the weekends to Lee Summit, Missouri. I got to jump back up to State Tech. That's my full-time job. I run teach economics and business courses up there to a technical college, and also run the business department. So we've got a lot to do this week coming back. We start early. I don't know why we start so early, but we do. And then we start like January 5th for our spring semester. But I will be available. But again, I'm looking forward to meeting all of you via Zoom next week. So have a great week and happy holiday, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.